Java software is built on open source, the OpenJDK project, as well as millions of open source libraries that help organizations create applications quickly and easily. To help make applications secure, open source communities work with security researchers to identify and fix vulnerabilities, aka CVEs. Many application teams have their code scanned for CVEs by generic scanners that cause frustration by not understanding which Java classes are actually used by the application, since they simply scan jar files for components by name versus what the JVM loads. Java applications often contain unused dependencies that are present but never run. When these unused dependencies are vulnerable, scanners report false positives that break an engineering team's focus and waste time. Many Java build tools scan during the build phase, but CVEs are often discovered after an application is already in use. In production, teams scan with vulnerability analyzers that produce a similar number of false alerts. These alerts create unnecessary urgency to rush patches for vulnerable code that isn't actually used by the application. When the Log4j vulnerability was discovered in 2021, the vulnerable library had 8 years of deployments inside many applications, forcing teams to hunt it down. In spite of hunting it down, in 2023, almost a quarter of new Log4j downloads still use a vulnerable version. To solve the problem of responding to unnecessary alerts from Java code that is present but is not actually in use, aka false positive, Azul Vulnerability Detection, an agentless cloud service, leverages information the JVM already has to monitor code that actually loads. This information answers, what code do I have? Is it vulnerable? And is this code actually in use? By working inside the JVM across all environments, including production, Azul Vulnerability Detection makes the act of running and the act of scanning the same, without impacting performance. Results are never out of date, and all teams know exactly where they are vulnerable, saving time and money on urgent issues.